Hello, this is Eric with Everyday Preparing. Today we're going to make Dutch oven potatoes, or at least my version of Dutch oven potatoes. I've used this version for a long time and I've got everything set out right here that we would need, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you'll notice we got two different types of Dutch ovens, and I just wanted to set those out just so you could see the different ones. The black one we use when we go camping, and the red one, which is used for indoor use, is what I'm going to use today. It's slightly smaller, and that's okay. So we have the Sprite, and you'll see how I add that later, and you'll also see a package of Lipton Onion Soup mix. We also have 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, bacon, cheddar cheese. I mean, you can use any type of cheese you want. I've used pepper jack before, and Monterey, mozzarella. Alright, and potatoes. I've got some good russets, and I end up buying those by the 50-pound box or 50-pound bag just because you can usually get better potatoes at a better deal at that price. Okay, so we're back and I've got everything prepped. You can tell I got the potatoes ready. You see how I cut them into strips like fries. I've got the cheese all grated. The onion is all chopped up, and the bacon has been chopped and cooked, and I kept the bacon grease. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the cream of mushroom soup in here. Add that to the bacon, and we're going to also add the Lipton Onion Soup mix, and prefer using my wooden spoon over the spatula. We'll just set that off to the side, and then we are going to use the Sprite. Calls for a can of Sprite, so we're not going to use the entire thing, but we are going to use some of it. But we want to get this all mixed together. Want to get that bacon all through it because we're going to mix this in with the potatoes. We're also going to mix the onions in. And if you're like me, you really don't worry about the leftover Sprite. You could put it all in, but I don't want that much liquid in it. And I have plenty of children standing off camera that are more than happy to take care of it. Alright, so now we've got that all mixed together. And so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add my onion into the potatoes. And obviously I'm working with my hands, and especially everything we've been through, you want to make sure that you are washing your hands constantly. And if you're out in the woods, wash your hands, make sure you got hand sanitizer, whatever you got to do, stay safe. Okay, now we're going to put our cream of mushroom and bacon and everything else mixture in here. And we are going to get this all stirred together. And this is probably about, I'm going to guess, might be kind of a crazy guess, but I think we have about 8 pounds of potatoes in here. And we're going to end up baking this at 350 for about an hour and a half, maybe a little longer. You just got to check it and see when it's done. And then we're going to add cheese on top of it for about 10 minutes. Then we will take it out and I'll stir it around to get cheese all through it, and then we'll put cheese on top. Alright, so when we have this, now we want to put this, we're going to put our potatoes and everything into the Dutch oven and pack it in there just as tight as you possibly can. And typically when I make this, I use between 8 and 10 pounds of potatoes. So you want to get it in there and just get it all packed down. Get all of it in there. Alright, and it's ready. Okay, as you can see, looks pretty well cooked. So we are going to add the cheese. This is the cheese from earlier. And we're going to add about, so I'm going to break that up. I put it in a bag so that it would put it in the fridge while we were waiting for everything to cook. And just use about half of it right now. And add some pepper and some salt. We're going to stir this in. Get that all stirred in there, and then we're going to put the rest of it on top. So we've got cheese all the way through it. Just scrape it off from the sides all the way around as we put it in for just a few more minutes. Alright, so now, put the lid back on. We're going to put this in for just another few minutes, just long enough for it to melt. And get hot. And I'll show you what we got in just a minute. Okay, so it's been in for 5 more minutes. Pull this out. And that is perfect. Now you can make this in a regular Dutch oven. We make it when we go camping, and we'll cook it on the coals of the fire and make it at home. You could use a regular Dutch oven in your oven, or you can use one of these enamel ones. It's good stuff. Tastes awesome. Thanks for watching. And here's the finished product, and we are ready to eat.